Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to give you a small idea on 3D view, camera view and walkthrough. So in case if you are in 3D, then in the property you will be getting some properties like rendering settings, projection mode, eye elevation, target elevation. So these settings you will not be getting it in the plan view. For example, I'm going to level 1 and here you can see those camera settings are not available here. If you go to 3D, then you will be getting all these properties, camera. So the first one is rendering settings. To render online, so you can give your options. So this is your online rendering settings. In case if you press edit, then you will be getting online rendering options. The first one is skim. This is all about lighting. For example, if you are having an exterior view, then you can select sun only or sun with artificial or only artificial lights. These settings you can use, and sun settings you can change here. If you click here, you can do a solar study and some options, but these settings will not work in the current 3D view because this is actually a Revit LT. In Revit full version, so this rendering option you can have a preview and you can export an image, but in Revit LT you cannot do it. That's okay. In case if you want, you can make settings and then render it online. Each rendering will take some credit, so that's a different issue. The second one, locked orientation. So this is your locked orientation. You can see here there is some symbol is showing. If you come here, you can see unlocked 3D view. If I press and if you save orientation and lock view, and you have to give a name, let's say 1 2 3 and say OK, and you cannot rotate. You can see now I'm pressing shift scroll button and I'm trying to rotate, I am unable to rotate. In case if you want to free this elevation or free this 3D, then you have to press here and then unlock a view. Now you can rotate. The 3D view actually saved as a new view. You can see here this is actually a new view, new 3D view. If you press 3D again, you can see this is your common 3D view. We can say by default you are getting the 3D view with the open parenthesis and closed parenthesis. Okay, in case if you try to close, if you are trying to save orientation and lock view, then it will ask you to save as a new view. So let's say 3 4 5 and say OK. You can see here it's a new 3D view. If you want to open the default 3D view, then you have to click here and you can see the new default 3D view. And now, so we have seen how to lock orientation. If you click here and if you save orientation and lock view, then it will get locked. You cannot rotate. Then the next one, once it is locked and you cannot change the third one, to use the third option, then you have to unlock, and here you can see projection mode, orthographic. Now it is orthographic, so every line is a straight line and they are parallel. And here in case if you are changing this to perspective, then you can see like an real camera view or bird eye view. So now this is changed to perspective. If I change this to ortho, you can see the difference. It's all straight line. If I change it to perspective, then you can see how this is changing. The front looks big and the back looks small, so it's a real camera view. And eye elevation, for example, in case for a man, eye elevation supposed to be 5 feet 6 inch or target elevation, you can keep it any, let's give the same height. For example, a person is seeing this as straight, then you can see here this is how it looks. If I rotate, then the eye elevation and target elevation also changing. So we are doing this in a 3D, and here you can see camera position explicit. In case if you want to create a camera view, then you have to go to level 1. Okay, and here in the view, 3D view, here you can see first one is default view. It's just a default 3D view. It will open the default 3D view. Go to level 1 and select second option, camera. So camera, for example, a person is standing here, then click here and show the direction of sight. So for example, I'm looking at here and click here, and you can see there is a new view created saying 3D view 2. So this is actually your camera view, and for now it is black and white. You can change the color or a design option here. For example, I want this 3D in realistic with the show edge anti-aliasing. Let's remove the edge and say apply, and you can see all the changes. In case if you want to change the crop, select the crop, and then you can change the size. In case if you want to change it manually, you can change it with the handles. In case if you want to reset, you can reset the target. So that's all about a camera view, and then you can export or you can render. To export, go to file, export, images and animation, and then select image. Here choose where you want to save. I'm just saving it in a desktop. Let's say 1 2 3 as name, and I'm going to save. So for a better quality, I'm zooming into 100%, and the raster is 600. Let's keep it 300, that's enough, and I'm going to say okay. This won't take much time. You can go to desktop, and you can see here the image is created, and the quality is amazing. You can zoom in and you can see, so instantly it is exported. So in case if you're applying all the material, then it will look better. Okay, in case if you want to render online, then you can go to view, and here you can see render in cloud. If you click here, so this will guide you 1 2 3 on the screen. Select 3D view and start rendering. Step 2, the service will notify you when your image is ready. Third one, select view and give render gallery to view. You can download. So let's continue. Render in cloud is in progress. So this is absolutely cloud processing. I don't want to do it now. You can check which view you want, and output type you can check, and render quality, image size, and then credit required. Here now it is saying 0 credit required. You can just render it. So I'm just closing it now. So that's all about camera view. So now I'm going to show you walkthrough, and I'm going to show you how it works. For example, I'm going to view and 3D view, and here you have to select walkthrough, and then start from one place, and so I'm just going to leave it here. edit walkthrough, go to edit walkthrough, come to the first location. For example, this is my path. Let's say my camera is traveling this way and my camera is looking at this direction. Okay, so each point you can change. These are called keyframes. Next frame actually depends on how much frames you set, so better change it with the keyframe. Next, and say next keyframe, and now I can play. Let's play. For example, my camera is traveling this way and I'm looking at the model, looking towards the model. You can see how this works. I'm giving a small overview now. In detail you'll see in a separate video. Now you can open walkthrough. Actually frame, total number of frame is 300. We are in frame 1 and you can just play. So this is how your video will be looking in the final. In case if you want to change a number of frames, you can change them. I think now you have understood. Default 3D view, camera and walkthrough. Thanks for watching my video. Thank you. Bye bye.